Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, legionnaires, and any new recruits. As always, really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my channel and my videos. Now listen up, troops, attention. This is a channel that tests out knives. I'm going to be doing things that a lot of people don't like. If you're interested, stick around. If not, well, you know. All right, troops, today we're going to be testing out the Yewu Drop Point Hunter. Yeah, I know it's a clone of a ZT, but this is 30 bucks. And if you take a look at those curls right there, I've been doing that with this knife for the past, I don't know, 3-4 days. I got to show you what this thing can do. I think it's pretty cool for the price. Let's get to it, man. What are you all carrying today, troops? Well, today I've got my Gia Brother frame lock right here, an excellent knife. Okay, go check that out, an M390 steel. What are you all carrying today? Veterans Active Military, as always, just want to say thank you very much for your service. I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, everyone, let's go over the specs. Once again, this is the Yewu Drop Point Hunter, a clone of the ZT0004. All right. I tried to contact the storefront owner on this knife to make sure that the specs are right. He said they were, but he didn't tell me exactly which 440 steel this was, so we're going to go with what I've got. Overall length, 8.9-inch blade length, 3.66-inch blade steel, 440. Blade thickness, 3.9 millimeters. Blade hardness, 58 HRC. Blade width, 1.3-inch. Handle length, 4.84-inch. Handle material is a linen micarta. More than likely, it's flax. Knife weight, 6.03 ounce. With the sheath, 12.45 ounce, and it features full tang, a Kydex sheath, and a TekLoc. Now, I wanted to fit some paracord in the screw with the hole in it, but the paracord was too thick, and I didn't feel like going out to go buy something. So I just, for temporary measures, I'm using this synthetic rope. It was thin enough to get through that hole. I'm going to use that as the lanyard. It'll work just fine. Great, let's check this out. So a very familiar design, right? A clone of the ZT, but let's go over it anyway, okay? So this one is in a stonewash satin finish, and it's a drop point blade. Very nice design, man. I got to tell you, I'm actually thinking real hard about buying the actual ZT because I like this knife. I like this design. So I'm really, been thinking about purchasing the real deal, but I want to show everybody, what this knife can do. I mean, I did this right here, and I, batoned and made these little smaller pieces. In any case, I digress. So there is, your drop point blade. All right, it's got a sharpening, a very generous sharpening choil that you could choke up for a finger choil. It also has this little reverse hump over here. It's got some jimping behind it. Scales are removable. Now I did have to tighten this because I've been testing it, so I, did have to tighten that. It is a mid or high saber grind. Yeah, it's high saber. I'm going to say it's a high saber grind. However, the fit and finish of this full tang blade is superb, superb. I think that maybe that point, in my opinion, could be a little bit sharper. All right, seems a bit rounded off, but in any case, now I did use the blade. I cleaned it off, so we're looking good so far. I'm definitely, I mean, it is a nice design, man, and it fits my hand perfect. It might be small for some, okay? It might be small for some, but it's nice, man. It is nice. So we're gonna put it to the test. Now I did do a Legion premiere, so if you want, go check that out, and you'll get more detail, okay? But I've got this log right here, and we're gonna do a little testing and see what we could do. I wanna show you what we can do. Now, let's take a look at the sheath real quick. All right. It's a pancake style sheath. Now it did come with a, one of the TekLocs, but I wanted to wear this on the small of my back. So what I did was I jerry-rigged this setup right here with this paracord, and it works just fine for me. I carry this on the small of my back in a scout configuration. It works for me. It's excellent. So just a option and an idea for everybody out there, how you may want to carry it. But it does come with a TekLoc. So let's pop the knife in. There you go. All right. A little bit of a rattle, a little bit of play. All right, but for the price, it's not bad. Okay, there it is. What's more important is what I've been capable of doing with this knife. So I just want to show everybody. Okay. So before we get started, believe it or not, I'm going to use my Olight O-clip with this magnet back here. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of extra light because it's starting to thunder. It's kind of dark over here. And since I've been representing Olight, why not, let everybody know, man. I have a video on this. Go check it out. So let me get this set up and we'll get started. I've got this piece of wood. I'm going to do a little chopping over here. Let's see how much I can get through. If it's taking too long, I will baton through. And if it chops through pretty quick, then I will take a small piece of baton through that piece. Let's get to it, man. Okay, so right off the bat, definitely not a chop. I understand why people are going to be upset, that I'm chopping. However, I'm trying to test out the blade, okay? I'm trying to see if the blade's going to chip, if it's going to bend, if it's going to roll, okay? Especially for, something that's foreign. I want to see, Now, this is a test I have not done since receiving it. So this is new to me, this chopping experience right here. And you can see it's just, listen, this is made for hiking, backpacking, maybe a camp environment, fishing environment, but if it comes through with this test, at least you could delimb something if need be, make, I don't know, fishing pole maybe or what have you. Plus I want to see how the edge, holds up. Absolutely no leverage whatsoever, guys and gals, none. So chopping is not something you want to do with this knife. But this is a channel that tests out knives, right? So let's give it a go. So I'm being honest and upfront with you. Definitely using every part of the blade here. Yeah, this will definitely take forever to do any kind of chopping. But, like you, I want to understand the capabilities of this knife. Let's see. Let's see that edge. And that light's working out pretty good. So far, so good, I think. Yeah, so far, so good. Now, I saw a DC53 version of this on AliExpress. I got it. I want to see how that works out too, you know? That was just a little bit more money, maybe $10 more than this one. But I want to see for myself. Because, you know, that DC53 tool still is pretty good. All right, so you know that this is nice and hard. However, I think I'm going to continue with batoning this because this will probably take forever since this is not a chopper. But let's see now. Okay, that should be in front of you. Let me see. Now this is one of the feather sticks that I have been using. And I know it's only been just a few chops here and there, but I mean, for me, that's still pretty good. Okay, so we're making curls still. That's good news. All right, let's keep going just for the hell of it. Now, please note that I do not recommend that any of you, do this out in the field, right? This is a channel that does test out knives. So we got to put it to the test, right? I've got a nice hard piece of wood here. I mean, it's not too bad of a size. I know I will be criticized for trying to chop this with a small blade. I probably should have picked something smaller, but I always want to prove something. Let's see that edge. So far, so good. And, also, a lot of people have been asking, they like to see me test out smaller blades. And I think it's a fair request. I haven't tested out some small blades in a while. So I think it's a great idea. Maybe the next few videos, I check out some small blades for everybody who are interested. Okay, we are almost through. I know it's probably going to be a long video, but I want to be thorough in my testing. I want to show those who are interested what you're going to be getting for the price. And if it comes through, with this type of abuse, maybe it might be worth it for you to get. See if I can just tighten this up a little more. Now you all can fast forward if you want. Fine by me, but just make sure that that I'm not pulling any wool over anybody's eyes. Okay. Well, I got this in the camera. This is that piece that I used. Let's see. So far, so good. Now, again, you might be hearing some thunder in the background. Okay. I think we're still doing pretty good. Let's see if we can finish this off. I definitely don't recommend chopping with this, man. All right. That's still digging in. That's not bad. Okay, let's take a quick, I could use the brake. Let's take a quick look at that edge. So far, so good. Here comes the rain. I don't know if you guys can hear the droplets or not, but it's coming. It's coming down. The thing is, it doesn't cool anything off over here in Florida. So, okay, there we go. All right. Once again, let's take a look at that edge. I don't even have my glasses on, so I can't see shit right now other than I think that looks straight. You know what? Let me just get my glasses on. I forgot to put on my bandana, and I'm sweating up a storm. Okay, let's see. All right. I don't see any edge damage or bends or rolls or chips. Now, once again, while I got this here on camera, okay, let's see now. Yeah, we're looking good. All right, you see the discoloration over here on the blade, and we're still making curls. Now, I'm going to save this for some horizontal batoning. Let me grab another piece of wood. I'm going to clean everything up. I'm going to grab another piece of wood, something a little bit small. We're going to do a little bit of cross batoning, okay? Or V-notch batoning, and see how she performs. Okay, let's do a little V-notch batoning. All right, just want everybody to see, nice and deep. It's stuck in there for sure. Okay. You can see the discoloration in the blade. And let me bring that up to everybody. All right, looking good, okay? So they're saying that this is 440. I don't know if it's A, B, or C. I have no idea. The guy said that is there such a thing as 440 steel, period? Without the A, B, and C, I have no idea. I looked on my app. It didn't say anything. Didn't mention anything. But whatever. See if I can go all the way through now here. All right. So while this is still in the camera, well, before I pick that other piece up, let's see together. I don't know, that looks pretty straight to me. No issues, just a little piece of wood stuck on there. Okay, you can see the discoloration. Wow, that light, that Olight floodlight is working perfect. Okay, great. So now, a little batoning. I know people have told me that this is Florida oak. It's whatever it is, it's pretty hard. Okay, scales seem to be on here okay. So far, so good. I might as well. Do I want to? No, I want to save this for the end of the video. So, but you know what I did do was I grabbed a couple of these pieces right here that I've used in the past. Right, so okay, you can see that I made some quarters over here. The other piece fell on the floor. Let's do something a little bit more substantial in case people are wondering. All right, do it again. Got myself a nice challenging piece, that's fine. Let's see. Let's take a look at that edge together. That looks good. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little digging in now. Digging in, still working. See those nice thick pieces that I just made? Here's your nice little curls. I mean, so far so good, man. You know, interesting enough, I don't need to use the choil. I don't feel like I need to choke up that much. This is perfect. And by the way, I don't know if the real thing does it, but I do feel a little blister over here from chopping. Again, you don't really chop with this knife, but again, we're testing it out, and I felt a little hot spot. I almost feel like a blister's coming on, so you know, like right over here. But yeah, I mean, not bad. So I want to do some horizontal baton with this, utilizing the whole blade. Okay, this is that piece that I chopped. I figured this will be good to test out the whole blade, the whole length. Maybe I'll do a tip test also. So let's give this a go. Here you go. Whoops. All right. Sure, I don't hurt myself here. Because that is in a certain deep way. All right, a little bit of abuse. Just being very careful. Yeah, the handle's getting a little loose from the rear, just a little bit, but it's expected with this kind of abuse. I guess I'm going through that knot, so let's just keep on going. I just want to make sure everybody sees that. Now let's see what the blade looks like. All right, even the handle. I know this is flax. A lot of people say flax is no good, flax no good, but I don't know. I mean, that looks okay to me so far. So let's see. Okay, that looks good. No chips, no nothing. Now let me start it on this side. Once again, utilizing the whole blade. Good test, good piece of wood for test, because it's giving me a hard time. You know, it's not given easy. Okay, so make sure it's all in camera. I'm obviously abusing it, so check again, and you could see where the little guard over here went into that wood, but yeah, that looks pretty straight to me. So haven't split shit though. I was hoping I would be done with this splitting. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going because obviously something to prove. God only knows the comments I'm going to get, the shitty comments from some of the haters out there. Jeez. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Because this is gonna be a long video, but again, I wanna just show everybody that these blades aren't bad, you know. I'm almost through, man. And I also feel like if I stop midway or something, you know, some people are gonna get upset that I didn't test all the way through and all that happy horse shit. Telling you, man, owning a YouTube channel ain't easy. You get all kinds. You know what I'm gonna do? Just to save time. See if I can get through this way. Show you the abuse this way too. Whoa! Oh man, keep before we do anything. Before I pick that up, make sure that you guys still see that it's in the video. All right, you can see it's getting through. Oh, good. It's done. Whew. Damn. All right. So, just save this piece because I'm going to use this piece for the tip test, right? That's what I want to do. And just want to see if I can quarter this. Okay. All right, guys. I am sweating up a storm here. So now, let me try that choil. I kind of like it back here better. I feel like I got more leverage, you know? There's my individual curls that I'm using. All right. All in front of you. The camera. I mean, that's pretty good, man, you know? You cannot deny that this knife took a bit of abuse, man. Look at that. Okay. Hold on a second, troops. I was wondering where my baton was a second ago. Damn, didn't want to do that. All right, that's fine. Keep this in front of everybody. Okay. Oh. All right. Now, I understand skill has a lot to do with this, but you know, a sharp knife has a lot to do with it also, right? So, okay, trying to get fine curls for everybody. Okay, now usually those other ones that I showed as an example, I'm sitting down making those curls, taking my time, you know, not trying to beat the clock over here. And you could see I'm putting effort into it because I am sweating up a storm. And you know what? This flax, not bad, man, not bad at all. So, all right, I'm satisfied with all this, man. Did you see that? You see what I just made? Okay, look at that little curl right there. So I'm satisfied. I'm going to move on to camp tasks with this. I want to see how things cut, you know, other materials, okay? Yeah, I know. I said camp tasks, but I forgot. I promised you a tip test, so let's do it. Now this tip seems a bit rounded off, but I wasn't going to do anything to it. So I'm just going to make a divot. I took the bark off of this. Okay, I'm using the point to pivot. Trying to make my divot a little bit bigger. All right, so there you go. All right, digging into the wood, that tip is still there. And you could see that it is capable of making a divot without breaking. All right, so now, I'll save this for the end of the video. I'm going to try. You know what? I'm going to put my gloves on just a second. Because my hands are all sweaty, you know? And I just don't want to make that mistake. Once again, shout out to my daughter-in-law for these awesome gloves. Okay, so let's see if I could split this, okay? That was just a piece of wood that just fell off. There you go, right through. Okay. Easy, nice and easy. Oh man, it's stuck in there. Okay. Tip is still there. All right, so far so good. Let's continue. Nice. Tip's still there. Let me just make sure that you guys see. Oh, that O-light is still going nice and strong. Shout out to O-light, baby. Okay, just making sure you guys see all this. Tip is still there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting through. Let's keep on going here. Take off this bark so you guys get a better look here. And, all right, in any case, I don't want to waste no more time. I know that this is going to be a long video, however. All right, tip test performed. No bends, no chips. Just to make sure. Feels weird with these gloves on. There you go, okay? So now let's get to camp tasks. So far so good. I've got a few maybe camp materials here, some more industrial type stuff. Then we're gonna test out the spine. I'm not too confident about the spine. I'm not sure about the real deal, but this one seems to be rounded off, but we're gonna test it out. And I have my ferro rod here, so let me just move this stuff over. I want to do the camp task stuff first. Okay, a little bit of this this paracord here. Okay, that's good. Just get that stuff out of the way. Something a little bit thicker. I think this is 1100. The other one was 500. Size paracord. Okay, put that down and let's. All right. Some possible seat belt material. Actually, it's almost done. So, okay. All right, so I don't know if you're a first responder, law enforcement, you're carrying one of these, you know that it will cut through seatbelt material. All right, I'm just going to save this piece for the end of the video, so make it nice and clean. Next, I have rope. This is the thin natural rope. Okay, do a quick push cut. Looking good. It's kind of short. Should still be doable though. So let's see. All right, good. That worked. Have a little bit thicker stuff here, right? Okay, in case we want to spark a fire with, I don't know, I guess you have jute, right? I think that's what it's called, jute. I never prepare myself, so I always forget what it's called. And okay, the thick stuff is done. All right, so now I have more industrial stuff. So I live in a complex that's still building. Okay, so perfect. All right, you just saw that. This is synthetic rope. Using that forward part of the blade over here to cut through, but just want to make sure that you guys see that I'm using the rear part of the blade also to cut through. Just get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. All right, real easy. It's working. Good to go. Now we got some heavier duty stuff. Got something a little bit different here, a little bit something more interesting. It is a tie, plastic with some kind of rope, like not rope, but some kind of string in it. I'm not sure what it's called, but that was easy, man. It went right through. Now I've got the heavy duty, thicker stuff, okay? This stuff is no joke here. So I want to be very careful with this stuff too. Okay, so let's see how this works out. Actually, you know what? Before I knock everything over, let me just move that, okay? Beautiful. Okay, that's done. That's awesome. All right, so this is big enough to go take to a campsite. Have it on your, on your side, not a campsite, I'm sorry, a construction site or some kind of industrial site. It's a perfect size, man. So that's awesome. Now, I found some material with copper in it. So I don't know, maybe you're an electrician, right? And you need to splice the wire. Okay. This knife is capable. There you go. All right. Just want everybody to see. You can use it in a construction site, okay? So that worked. Now, the spine, okay? The spine. This is fat wood. I just want to see, because the spine seems pretty rounded off. It didn't feel sharp. I mean, I think personally, it definitely needs some sharpening. So first of all, I'm testing out this area. If anybody has the real deal, let me know if you could, I don't like that. Let me know if you actually can use your spine, right? Because I think the original one is called the backpacker. Is that what it's called? The ZT0004? I mean, it's doing it. Now I'm going to try this area, this little reverse hump over here. Yeah, it seems to be doing it. The spine now, it's not like it's easily doing it. So I'm talking about this portion right here. It's not easily doing. However, that choil seems to be doing it somewhat. So that's good. You could see that. All right. So that's the wood. I want to save that for later. And of course, this is the good old fat wood. I got this from Home Depot. I can make the little curls, right? Make a ton of this. All right, so you could see, made some fluff, made the little curls with the fat wood. All right, let me do that. Now let's see with the spine first. See, that spine is not doing it. We're not talking about LT right sharp or anything like that. Let's see this area, okay? Yep, it's doing it. Nice. Okay. It's going to take some effort. Look, it's not the sharpest, I got to tell you. Let me try a really angled area over here. You know, it's okay. It's okay. So now, what I do want to test out now is this. So, I want to make sure I don't start a fire here, obviously. I'm in my garage. I'm not going to do anything stupid and irresponsible. So, let's see now. Okay, it's doing it. It's not showers, so now let's try this indent over here. Get this out of the way. I don't want it to melt because it's plastic, it's synthetic. But you could see that it is a lot better than the spine, so that's good. And I'm just curious about the choil here. Okay. The best part is right here. So I don't know if the real one has a sharper spine. I don't know if the real one is made, you know, to use this portion over here, unless it's just for the thumb. You know, is this portion used to, you know, spark a ferro rod, right? Let me know in the comments below. But man, listen, I don't know, what is this, $30, $40? You can go look it up or go check out the link. You can see I'm sweating. The flax is handled up just fine. The knife handled up just fine. She's still sharp. You have to cut all that material. I'm pretty satisfied with this knife, man. Let me tell you. I like it so much that I really want to get the real one. I really do. I like it a lot, you know, and I just want to get the real one. I don't know why. I know that this kicks some serious ass, but I still want the real one, man. You know, I mean, it's a fucking good design, man, you know, and it's a nice small blade. You could use it for bushcraft. It's kind of thin in any case. Real quick. All right, you can make a little number 7 notch here. Now, that's a crappy example, but I don't want, this thing is bending on me. Okay, but you could see, made the notch. I mean, that's not bad, man. That's really not bad. All right, time to conclude, man, with this one. There you have it, troops. So impressed with this Yewu that I want to get the real deal. I like it. I mean, look what it did, man. Look what this sub $40 knife with 440 steel, whether it's A, B, or C, I have no idea. Look what it did, man. I kicked some ass with this. Maybe just the rear screw is just a tiny bit loose. I'll fix that up when I'm done with this video, but everything here was not done off camera. I didn't make feather sticks off camera or anything like that. Everything was done here on camera. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I get everything in here for everybody. You can't go wrong. So for those who can't afford the real deal, man, go check out this Yewu. You know, it's pretty nice. Look what it did. It was absolutely capable. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it so much, the design. I'm going to get myself the real one. So, all right, troops, let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause on the slides, call those phone numbers, surf those websites, seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. At the ready, troops. Hold the line. Take care.
Legionnaires!